What's going on today, Phantom Lovers? Today I'm going to be making that video on the three different apps that I use for my FPV. Uh, the Drone VR app costs $9.99, the Cloud Light costs $9.99, and the Lychee app costs I think $19.90 or somewhere in that, maybe $20. So let's just open these up and jump in here and take a quick look at these. We're just waiting for it to connect. It should only take a second. My bird's turned on. Everything is all turned on. Now this is the Drone VR. Now what I like about the Drone VR is it's got a really nice heads-up display. And this heads-up display does tilt to the left and to the right when you're banking your Phantom, which makes it look very cool, like you're in the fighter. You're in a fighter aircraft, which is really, really nice. I love this app. It's a lot of fun to fly. It has all your telemetry on here, your battery, your distance, your speed, your height. It's all there, just like it would be in any other FPV app. Now with this app, you do want to run your DJI Go app, so anytime that you hit the record button on the side of your controller or take a picture with your controller, that video or those pictures will go into your DJI Go app, and they'll be saved just like they always are. We can do a couple quick lookings at the settings here and see how I have some of the settings set up. We're going to go into video first. I'm going to try to do this real fast. So I try to get it in the picture real good. Stereo rending's turned on. Mobile as aspect to fit. Camera switching activated, yes. Hardware decoding activated, yes. Transmission quality high. Channel auto. I'm just going to run through these real quick. On this one right here, on the type of HUD, I have the advanced HUD. That gives you that really cool aircraft looking one. Everything else is turned on in here except for metric in the HUD. Headset, this just allows you to make the picture bigger in your goggles or smaller. It just depends on what you want. Gimbal, I have it in FPV mode. In FPV mode, the camera faces forward but follows the roll of the drone, and that's what gives you that real cool feeling when you're flying with this. You don't have to have that. You can just have follow mode, and your camera will stay nice and stable. Because that will kind of make you lightheaded. It could actually make you sick, but me, it doesn't bother me. I love doing it. Head tracking pitch, and then you got your start calibration on your gimbal before you start. Gimbal. Oh, okay, that was gimbal. You do have a voice control on this. You can say start video recording, stop video recording, but it doesn't work very well when the phone is in the goggles. So I just went ahead and turned it off. You can try it. I did try it. I had to kind of scream it to get it to work, but it didn't work very well. But it does work. If I'm sitting here right now and I say video on, it will actually work. But when you're outside, it's a little different. Okay, I just want to get through these to this first one really quick because this video is going to take a little bit of time. But this is a very nice right now. As you can see, the head tracking is on it. It's working just fine. The picture I got to tell you that's on here that I'm seeing on my phone right now is just perfectly crystal clear. I hope you're seeing that just as well as I am. All right, so let's go. Let's just bounce out of here. We're going to open up the Cloud Light app now. This is another nice app for $9.99. Very easy to use. Actually, it's even easier to use than the other app. Now, the only problem that we'd had with this one is every time I turn this app on, I have to turn my gimbal up, though. It just, for some reason, it just doesn't. Okay, that's cool. That's fine, because usually I'll be on the live view before I start. Now, I just did an update on this just maybe a week ago, but I haven't really got a chance to check it. But for some reason here, we kind of lost the right-hand corner of the picture a little bit. And I did email them and tell them about that, so I'm sure they'll probably be getting that fixed real soon. All the rest of your telemetry is on here, just like on the other ones. Your battery, your satellites, your altitude, your distance, your speed. The long line over here is the gimbal. So this is a really good app. It's really easy to set up. I hope you can see. This is hard to see. I'm hoping you can see that I had enabled split screen. Hardware decoding is turned off on this one because it's, for some reason, it's just backwards. It makes a picture look like shit. Enable OSD is turned on. Units of measurement is imperial. Head tracking is turned on, and then this is the way I have my switches set up. I have gimbal reset, toggle head tracking, and then on the other one is toggle PVO and toggle OSD. We can walk out of here real quick. Now let's see. Now if I toggle the OSD, I'm going to pull a long push on that, and that's just going to get rid of the that's going to get rid of all your telemetry. This is the same button on the right hand side. Now that's going to give me my live view. I'm hoping you can see that. I don't know why we're getting such a shitty picture, but there's a box that's sitting right in front of me. But that's just it. Now we'll go back to live view, or back to the FPV view, live view. The other one on the other side is to, if I pull the button once, the gimbal will start its head tracking. If I give it a long pull, it will stop the head tracking if I want it to. So that's pretty much all there is to that. If you want to set it up anything like I just did right there, that's pretty easy. This is another good one. I'm hoping they're going to come in here and fix this little corner problem here. I know it's not the camera that's doing that, because we just saw on the last app that wasn't a problem. So this is definitely a little glitch or a bug that's in that new update that I just did with Cloud Light. All right, let's back out of this one and let's go to the main dog here. Okay, we're going to go to Litchi. Now Litchi just did all this stuff for the FPV for the iOS, and I'm so happy that they did it, because this is just a really nice setup here. I can toggle from my switch from that screen to my FPV screen immediately. Very simple from right there. So we'll go ahead and we'll just stay in that area for right now. And I'll move my thumb here, and we'll go into the settings on this. You have a few settings here. You have display OSD is on, OSD depth. Now that's about once you put your camera in your goggles, and if you can't really read these your telemetry down here very well, just move that in or out and give it a plus or minus until you can read it. You'll see what I'm talking about once you do it. Gimbal speed is on 2. Aircraft head tracking is on off right now. We have an immerse and we have joystick. Now immerse is when we go into immerse, when I pull my button, my C button, my left hand C button on to get immerse, that allows me to yaw the Phantom with my head. If I turn my head to the left, the Phantom will yaw to the left. If I turn my head to the right, the Phantom will yaw to the right. And plus I do have the up and down on my gimbal at the same time. So that's really cool. The joystick, I haven't really got a chance to check that yet. I just got my flight battery back today from DJI, so I'm making this video. I will check that tomorrow. I read a little bit about it. It really didn't explain very much. All it says is when you go into joystick mode, is the Phantom does circles. I don't know if it does tiny circles, big circles, what kind of circles it does, or maybe I can adjust the circles myself. I don't know. We'll know more about that later. So let's just jump out of here. And we will flip this. So we go back to this mode, and we'll go back into the regular settings on this, and we'll go down here and we'll see how I set up those switches. As you can see, C1 key is toggle device camera VR. C2 key is toggle VR. C1 key again, long press, toggles VR immerse. C2 key, long press, toggles VR joystick. Now that's how I set that up. Now I know the first 3 work perfect. I just don't know about the toggle VR joystick yet. I haven't got a chance to play with that. But as you can see, these are all 3 good apps. By far, the Litchi is a much better app because it just has way more in it. The Litchi app is about $19 or $20. Depends on if you have an iOS phone or an Android phone. I think it's a little bit more for an Android phone, but right now the Android phone has way more features in it than the iOS phone does. But the iOS is starting to catch up. So, and Litchi has really been on top of that, so I'm real happy with this. This is a great app. I definitely would put this app above the other 2 for sure. The other 2 are just great if you want to play around and play with them. They work fine. But this app, of course, has everything. This app has, as you can see right down there in the corner, it has automatic takeoff, home lock, and course lock right there. You can't get that function. You could probably get that function to work just fine on a Switch. So I could put that on the back of my Switch if I want course lock or home lock. I could definitely put that on the Switch. And even though I was in my FPV mode right here, it would automatically go into course lock or home lock. So that's just the deal. It's just a great app all the way around. It's very well worth the money. I just figured out how to set up the camera part of it. You have to flip this one button here, and I will be messing with that a little bit more so I can change the change my camera on the fly like I do on the DJI Go app. I'll be able to do that now. See, this right here is a setting that I will want right here, but that's not a setting that I will want. Well, like I said, I will play with that a little bit more. Most definitely I will play with that more until I get that completely figured out. So all I have to do is once I'm in my mode here, I can just, because I always use my camera in manual mode. That's just me, sorry. Because I do use ND filters on my Phantom, so I'm always in manual mode for my camera. Okay, I got 10 minutes into this. I really need to wrap this up because it's going to take forever for it to download. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think.